Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance, where you can sign up for the Shannons Club, and Penrite Oil, offering technical assistance 7 days a week.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Classic Restos. Of course, not possible without the continued support from Shannons Insurance. Pick up the phone and give Shannons a call for a quote on 134646. You can visit Shannons online as it's such a comprehensive website. There's travel prizes, information on insurance, vehicle auctions, and you can sign up and become a member of the Shannons Club, where you can interact with fellow enthusiasts just like us. It's all awaiting you at shannons.com.au. And when it comes time for the slippery stuff, you cannot go past Penrite Oil. Australian made, Australian owned, great people to do business with, and they can help you with their tech line as well. Visit Penrite at penriteoil.com.au. And on this week's episode of Classic Restos, you saw it last time in 2012 and you're about to see it again. The biggest celebration of the American lifestyle in the most southern part of the world. New Zealand, home to over 3 million people, home of the biggest American car per capita in the world, and it's also proudly the home of Americarna. So you may be wondering, what is this Americarna all about? Well, during the 1950s, 60s and 70s, the United States based it in big cars, fast cars, a pretty good lifestyle for most, and that meant cruising, diners, burgers, and a whole lot more. It was a time of rapid change, a time that is long gone from a daily tradition. But the Kiwis keep it alive. Over 800 American cars over 4 big days, cruising the countryside, entertaining the locals, and even they become a part of the never-ending American spirit. So this Americana, 4 big days, doing what? Well, instead of the traditional park up on a field for the day, eat a sausage, talk some gossip, then go home, Americana is about cruising to a new destination each day, and then back again that night. Everyone meets early in the morning and then sets off. Kids come out of schools, thousands line the streets, and when you get out into the possum country, even the farmers bring out their lounge chairs. I don't think there would be a country outside of the United States of America that would embrace the American lifestyle any better than our Kiwi neighbours. Thought I'd better crash tackle this guy early in the piece, John Ray, Americana, organiser, promoter. How are you, JR?
Hey, good, Fletch. Hey, welcome back, mate. Good to see you, buddy.
Thanks, mate. What's this biannual thing?
Well, long story. There was another event run last year that the council let happen, but we're hoping to go annual from here again for a while. We've got a lot of things up our sleeve for next year. The beautiful thing about the Americana event is the cruise destinations each day. So where are we off to today, mate? Well, today we're going to a place that you won't be able to pronounce. It's called Whangamomana on the Forgotten Highway. We haven't been there before. It's a very, very small town, as you'll see when we get there. The country folk will come out of the woodworks. This is another beautiful thing about Americana as well. All of these different destinations and these small areas getting supported. There are so many hundreds of people passing through. They're buying lunch, they're buying coffees. It's just great all around, isn't it? Well, one of the things that Americana has that the other events don't seem to have in the country is we go to the people. And Taranaki is unique in the respect, Fletch, that we have so many towns in close proximity along with the schools. So that's a real winner, and it's what makes Taranaki a really great place to hold this event. John Ray, I'll let you get back to it, mate. Always a pleasure, JR. We look forward to having you here for the rest of the week, mate, and enjoy the event. Thanks, buddy. Cheers, bud. Officially day one of Americana. The cars are parked up behind me here in New Plymouth around the beautiful Taranaki region to depart to Whangamomana. Take your thermometer. Take your thermometer to Whangamometer. Some sort of mongama. Driving through the beautiful New Zealand countryside from New Plymouth through to Whangamana, which is not far from Hu through a Thongata.
and all the cars are parked up here. Hundreds of cars, hundreds of people lacing the streets. This really is the boondocks. We're really out in regional New Zealand here. There wouldn't be another time in any part of the year where more people would congregate here in one spot. Time to go and find an owner of one of these classic cars. So Marilyn, tell me, what do you think of it so far?
Fletch, it's absolutely fantastic.
Americarna for 2014. What a way to start off the show in terms of an interview with a car, a 49 Mercury. It's been chopped, looks great from front to back. Tell us the deal.
It's a 350 supercharged Chev. It was a four-door Mercury originally. It was chopped and shaved by Chef Marshall from down in Dunedin, I think he lives.
Chopped and shaved.
Chopped and dropped. Could I do that to you, Fletch?
Classic Restos has endless opportunities. Carry on.
We bought it probably about 4 years ago, and we haven't really done a lot to it except put bigger tyres on it and nice white walls. But other than that, we've just looked after it, driven it and enjoyed it.
Marilyn, I have to comment on the legroom, the interior space forward from the front seats. That's just amazing.
It is, and people actually say, you know, it must be hard to see out the windscreen, but it's really easy because, I mean, you're obviously low to the ground and it all fits perfectly.
Marilyn, you got the flames up the side. She's red hot. Looks like it's doing 100 miles an hour standing still.
It's cool. It really is cool. And we get a lot of pleasure driving down the road. People just, you know, they all point, they stop us and, you know, take photos of it. It's awesome.
Isn't it wonderful to get to this stage of life and really enjoy the passion? You get out, you enjoy your car. What a lifestyle.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's what we all work for, isn't it?
Yeah. We absolutely do. And I've said this many times before on Classic Restos about never overlooking the ability of our Kiwi neighbours, because you guys do things very, very well. Thanks for being on today's show, Marilyn.
Awesome, Fletch. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Cheers. Thanks.
You're watching the amazing Americarna for 2014, and you're watching it first on Classic Restos, thanks to Shannons Insurance and Penrite Oil. Back with more right after this. Time for Beck now. How are you, Beck?
Great, thanks, Fletch.
That's the way. This is infectious, this little town. I love it.
It really is.
Yeah. Well, pronounce it for me.
Bongamamana.
Yeah, see, isn't it beautiful? One of the locals can't even say it. It makes me feel a lot better. What are you driving today, Beck? Tell us about it.
I am driving the 32 Highboy behind us, which is my dad's car that he's kindly let me drive. So, beautiful ride.
You must be in his good books at the moment.
I really am. He texted me at work when I was in Australia and said asked if I wanted to drive the 32, and I scared all my workmates when I shrieked and jumped out of my seat because I was really hoping I'd get to drive this one.
How cool are you? What's it like to drive one of these?
It is good to drive. You've got the wind in your hair, you haven't got the canopy over you, so you just get to take in on a beautiful day like today. You can see all your surrounds and see everyone as you go past. It's good fun, and it's awesome when you're going down through the windy bits and you can hear the echo of the engine as you go through, so it's really good.
From an aesthetic standpoint, Beck, what do you love most about the 32?
Well, it's red, so it goes faster, and it's got a fair bit of chrome on the front too, which I quite like.
And on the right foot it goes all right too, huh?
Yeah, it goes pretty well on the right foot.
You know, I've got to say, and I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but you guys, you've got a hidden paradise here in New Zealand. You guys are blessed living here.
Yeah, we really do. We're really lucky. It's awesome. I love Taranaki because one minute you're driving up around the mountain and the next minute you're down the beach. You know, you've just got everything.
Yeah. And also in a country too, top to toe with what, just a little over 3 million people now. That's about it.
That's it. Yeah. More people in Sydney.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to love that. Beck, thanks for being on today's show.
No worries.
People like you help to make Americarna what it is. Great to see the 32. Great to see you. Well done.
Awesome. Thanks, Fletch.
You're welcome. Time for Ian now. How are you, Ian?
Good, Fletch. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks, mate. Great. Beautiful day. You're here in your 68 Chrysler 300. Beautiful car.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I really love driving it. Yeah, really love it.
Mate, I drove one of these over in the United States. What a dream. It's like you're on a cloud. They're just beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, the drives really well. Yeah.
How long have you had it?
Oh, a couple of years. Yeah.
Condition-wise, when you got it?
It was a bit rough when I got it. The paint was all black and looked a bit scody. Yeah. So we had it all ripped off and painted up nice. Had the motor tweaked a little bit. Yeah. Not too much, just enough to... I like spinning the bags out on the road every now and again, Fletch. How you do, young fellas like me?
Absolutely. Just a young bloke stuck in an old bloke's body, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't about an old bloke, mate. I'm pretty fit looking.
You're good. You're a chook farmer, right?
I am a chicken farmer, yeah.
Yeah. That's not too foul, is it?
No, it's bloody good, mate. Yeah, I'm just an old cock, really.
Well, it's better than being a hen. Now, Ian, I've got a comment on the interior of the car. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Original interior?
Pretty much so, yeah. It's just had a wee bit of tidying up to do. I got it from the States. I bought it sight unseen from the States, and no, I've got a bit of a collection of old Chryslers, so I love the old girls, love the old Mopar stuff.
They really make a statement, don't they?
They do, yeah, they do. I love them, yeah.
A very appropriate car for Americarna. What's happening up under the hood? What have we got going on there?
It's a 440. Had it tweaked a little bit. We had the headers put on it and the inlet, bigger inlet manifold just to pump the gas through.
Geez, mate, it'd pull one of your chook sheds down.
Oh, just about, yeah.
Pleasure having you on today's show, mate.
Cheers, mate. Nice talking to you, Fletch.
I hope you're really enjoying this week's episode of Classic Restos featuring Americarna 2014. And there's no better time than to mention the prospects of you joining me on a Fletch Tour in 2014 or 2015 to the delightful Carlisle in Pennsylvania. There are 3 major car shows, some of the biggest that you'll find anywhere in the world: GM, Ford and Chrysler. There's also a return in August to Motown City of Detroit to take in the sensational Woodward Dream Cruise. If you'd like more information on travelling on a Fletch Tour, go to classicrestos.com.au and follow the Fletch Tours link. Back with more in just a moment. Americarna event, of course, a lot of American cars. We have Jason and his son Mark now. How are you, Jason?
Yeah, I'm good, Fletch. How are you?
Good, mate, good. Tell us about your Continental 1968. Boy, mate, this has got its own postcode. It's that big.
Yeah. You know, it's I've seen it on eBay in Texas, and thought, well, that's a bit of me. So rang up the guy who owned it and found a bit more information, and it had been sitting in the shed for a few years. Yeah. He said it'd never been in the rain, so I'm trying to keep that going.
Keep the tradition.
It's a bit hard in Taranaki, yeah, but
you know, a lot of these big cars, they get branded as land yachts and boats, and you can see why. I mean, a full 20 feet long, these are really as big as they got. Suicide doors, the chiselled styling of these big Fords, these big Continentals. What's up under the hood, Jason?
It's got a 462 in it, yeah.
How long did they run a 462 for?
I think it was about 4 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and the same year, which is 68, they went from the 462 to the common 460.
Yeah,
so,
right.
yeah.
Mate, interesting stuff. Have a look at the inside of this car. I mean, is it sumptuous or what? 100% attention to detail in every respect at time of build and manufacture, design of this car. Presidential, I mean, obviously used by the American presidents.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. No, when I first seen it on eBay, I sort of wasn't too keen on the interior, but yeah, when it got here, yeah, no, I fell in love with it, and yeah, no, I really like it. Yeah.
Well, Jason, I love it. I mean, I only had to open the door and just appreciate it straight away. Light switches on the doors, a little bit of timber work around the dash cluster. Not too much, just enough. And of course, I'm always a great admirer of the pencil-thin chrome to highlight a dashboard. They just did it so well.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. No, I love the chrome, and yeah, I couldn't believe how tidy all the chrome and that was, and every piece was there, and yeah, no, I was very lucky, yeah.
All right, Jason, great catching up with you, mate. Thanks for bringing the big Lincoln along, mate. Without guys like yourself, there is no Americana. Thanks for keeping the dream alive, buddy.
Yeah, no problem, Fletch. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a great event, yeah.
And Mark, thanks for turning up too, buddy.
Thank you.
Look up old in the dictionary and you see a picture of this bloke. How you going, Tony?
Pretty good, Fletch, and yourself?
Good, mate, good. End of the day, 1930 Durant. What an amazing old car. What's the story?
I bought it out of Fresno, California in 1996 as a car that had been given a rough tidy up in the 60s. Bought it off the son of the owner before that. He remembers in the early 70s, about 71 or 72, transporter pulled up his father's workshop. This was backed off it, parked in the warehouse, sat there from that day until I bought it in 1996 without turning a wheel.
It's amazing. It's in extraordinary condition.
It's had a little bit of work done that. I used it for about 5 years when it came straight out of the box, and then the woodwork was getting a bit tired. So it's an original car. It's basically had a bit of woodwork done, repainted, but the car it's 100% exactly as it was when it left the factory.
How much opulence, how much class. Tony, I just love little features like the way that they put the spare wheel into the fender, the opulence of the lamp hanging off the side pillar of the car here. It's all this fine detail they did back then. I've also heard too from some very reliable sources that apparently back in the United States in 1930, 1 and 2, cars started to become pretty good. They built a good car.
They certainly did. This thing is happy to cruise at 55, 60 miles an hour all day. I've been passing cars that are 20, 30, 40 years newer than it all day. It's a comfortable, easy car to drive. I can jump into it and drive it all day, not a problem at all.
What size engine does it have, Tony?
199 cubic inch, so 3.3 litre side valve Continental 6-cylinder.
So when you think about it too, like back in 1930, I mean, a 3.3 litre engine, I mean, that's a good size. But some of these early engines, they were huge capacities, weren't they?
Absolutely. It's a very common size. I come from a family of Chev owners as well. I've had a 29 Chev. My dad's got a couple. My brother's got one. Got a 16 Chev as well. 29 or 30 Chev is a 3.2 litre, so it's about the size for a middle-of-the-road sort of a car. But if you get into a good car like a Hudson or something like that I've had some involvement with, you're looking at sort of 4.5, 5 litres and some really serious grunt.
Yeah. Good on you, Tony. How far have you travelled this morning?
I came up from Bulls, which is about 100 miles away last night, to a mate's place. I'll decide when I get back there on Saturday night whether I take this back to Christchurch or whether I leave it in Bulls and take something else home.
So you left 6 weeks ago, did you?
No, not quite. The run from Christchurch to Bulls, so it's about 300 miles up to Picton, cross on the ferry, another 100 miles. I'll do that in a day comfortably.
What an awesome distance for this old girl. Good on you, Tony. Look at it in all its exuberance sitting here. What a lovely old car. And the miles that it does with this guy behind the wheel. Good on you, Tony.
No worries, Fletch. Thanks very much.
Well, I hope you've really enjoyed this week's episode of Americarna on Classic Restos. Don't forget, classicrestos.com.au is the website that you need for the DVD boxed sets of the show, Classic Restos merchandise, how my major sponsors can help you, and information on Fletch Tours as well. Part 2 of Americarna will continue on next week's episode of Classic Restos. So until then, please ride and drive safe. I'm Fletch, and I thank you very much for watching.
You can like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Classic Restos TV and watch catch-up episodes at shannons.com.au. Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance, where you can sign up for the Shannons Club, and Penrite Oil, offering technical assistance 7 days a week.